Welcome! This is going to be a Ganonless tutorial. Ganonless is a category that goes to the credits without killing Ganon, so with a funky mechanic called wrong warping. It used to be an any percent route before they discovered Ganondorf, so that's funny too. It's a very good run for beginners. If you want to learn the game, there's a little bit of everything. There's not too many cutscenes, you just watch the intro and the Master Sword cutscene. The tricks are very easy overall, no big run killers. So I would really consider starting speedrunning Ocarina of Time with this category. And overall it's very fun. Also, if you want to get better and go into some more challenging time, this is a very fun category to get better at. I will mostly explain the fast strats, but they're not really risky. If you're a beginner, you can still do them. And worst case, I will explain easier options usually, and also what to do if things go wrong. So don't worry, it will all go fine. And now let's see how to start. Once you get out of Link's house, you're gonna want to flick up left and then side hop left. Once you touch the ground, you can do 6 more side hops left and then hold left and roll. So you'll be aiming at the stepping stone. Then the fastest movement is just to jump across like this. After that, you want to collect those 2 rupees and head towards the blue one that is behind the house. After that, you can do 1 or 2 side hops down and enter the chest's house. You could also do side hops much further, so when you see the fence, you do 2 more and you should be good. Another thing that you can do is get the angle from jumping up on this stone. So for that, you have to press Z before Link starts the jump. And you want to be on the very left of the stepping stone. You have multiple choices for that. You could side hop twice and side roll holding up. This one is pretty difficult, but it's pretty fast. Or you could also step a tiny bit forward so that you can make it with 3 side hops to the last stepping stone. Then you can flick left, side hop, side roll, and hold up. The nice thing with that is that the 2 rupees are gonna be just ahead of Link. So you can just hold up and it's guaranteed you'll get them. If you didn't step forward, it's not that bad because at the end you can just side hop twice and you'll hit the rupee. Another thing that is worth mentioning is that you can try your luck and throw this rock. If it gives you 1 rupee, then you'll have 1 less chest to open in the next room, which is a lot of time save. The chest house movement is something you want to practice because it's never really notch angles. And you want to go to the further chest first. Then this is the chest with 1 rupee that you can skip if you got the Lucky Rock RNG. And then it's only full left when you go out. If you got the rupee, then you want to go to the further one. And then go directly to this one. After this house, you want to roll through the rocks with an instant down left roll as soon as Link stops. Then you want to roll left when you're behind that guy, and then it's going to be an up left roll that will bring you to the rupees. After that, you can side hop twice to be in front of the stepping stone, or you could just roll there, which is probably faster. Once you're done with the mini game, you want to do a roll that aims at the red spot on the tree trunk, this one. And that's a good position for side hopping. Then while you mash, just mash A and B and hold up so that you get an instant roll inside the shop. In the shop, you go collect the 5, and then you try to get a pretty sharp roll, during which you mash A so that you can talk to the guy as fast as possible. After that, you press right and then press up right so that you can go and buy the first stick. Then you buy the second stick. And finally, you buy the deck nuts. You can then hold down and mash B so that it cancels and lets Ling go out. And then you can pause and do your equips. In the unpause lag, press A so that you can get a roll out of the shop. Hold down during this load and squeeze in a pretty fast roll down. Then you don't have to roll immediately if you don't want to be talking to the sign, but it would be faster to have a 3-roll movement just like this one. Then you don't need any of the bush rupees, you're just aiming at the vines. After the vines, you turn around and go for a back walk. You're gonna want to time a side hop to the right so that you can cut a little bit of this sharp angle. After that, you could use a side roll to just be aiming at the loading zone to Lost Woods. In Lost Woods, your fast movement is to go rolling because you can cut the corners. So you want to go right, left, right, and here you want to set up a back walk. Then you want to go and have Link target this wall and this corner of this room. So for the reference, you're over there. And that's where we're going. The other movement is a boxed movement that is used to set up an angle for what is called the yellow escape. There's a video on my YouTube about it. It's a bit slower than doing the rolls properly, but it's pretty easy and it just gets you there. So you arrive there at this corner and you want to target this corner. This is gonna be like how you start with your angle. Then you want to do 1 ESS right, which for the record is 2 frames of holding ESS. And then if you're completely in the corner, it's not gonna work, but you have a pretty wide zone. As you can see here, that's around where you want to put the top of Link's hat. So just be in the middle of there and then side hop, backflip. Then you're going to slash and interrupt your slash with a side hop. It's very important to interrupt the slash. The slash makes Link go down right and then come back. You want to do the side hop before Link comes back. You also have a similar setup with 2 ESS, and the zone to align Link's hat is a little bit different. And then you have to do 2 slashes. So that's it for the escape, and then you can go to Zora River. At the very start, you turn around and start swimming to the right so that you can grab the ledge on the edge. This will ensure that you always get the same camera, and it's also lag reduction. You have to hurry in the Zora River because you want to spare time of day. First roll is up right, and then you want to aim over there at the corridor in the corner. You also want to avoid jumping here, so you want to just squeeze in a roll. After here, the camera is going to start panning weirdly behind Link. That's one of the only instances of that. So just make sure you remember your joystick angles. It starts with up, upright, and up. Then it's a little bit more left than up, so that you can start aiming at the shortcut. After you pass the shortcut, it's 4 rolls. On the 4th one, you jump and go into the water. After that, you want to collect the red rupee with a side hop. This is a trick I've already made a tutorial about. It's not very complicated. It's super lenient. Don't be scared of that. But I'm not going to explain it. So then you just go and swim and squiz in 2 rolls here so that you prepare your stick for a jump slash. The green line you see is where you want to put Link's feet to prepare the jump slash. And here also, it's very lenient. You do this to enter Hyrule Field with 0 speed and then you walk down. It's very important to walk down because by doing a small amount down, you actually save yourself from walking forward a lot later on. After that, you do 2 side hops right and take the angle of a side roll. You're going to be aiming Link's top of hat to the end of a green triangle. So that's your cue to know when you're in position to jump slash. After the jump slash, if you hold ESS instantly, you will go to the left of the sign. If you hold ESS a bit later, you will go to the right, which is better. So do this, and after that, you quickly switch to ESS left, release Z for 2 or 3 frames, and then go back to ESS right. This will ensure you're not grinding too much against the wall. After the water, you can readjust 1 ESS, and then get ready for the big turn. As an example, this is a little run of just the Zora River up until Kakariko. If you talk to the guard gives you some kind of time that represents time of day. You can go talk to the guard and check yours. For Castle Before Night, it should be under 1620. At first it will seem hard, but don't worry, you'll get it. Another thing is, to get sub 1620, you don't need to do the complicate West. Like, you don't need to use angle changes for the West. It's fine. You just need to get clean movement. Like, most of the rolling and setting up the West should be as fast as possible. After this comes the Cucco collection to get the bottle, which is a big thing. The following section is going to be about collecting the Cuccos to get the bottle, and is pretty heavy in terms of information, so don't hesitate to press pause, get back into things. There's going to be little drawings to try to help. As you can see on the left, so you pick up the first Cucco, and then the black arrow is a movement made by Link. So you want to aim a back walk on the very right of Kakariko. Then my cue is, when I see the second window, I go down left and throw the Cucco. The Cucco throw is represented with a wide arrow. This is going to be the way that I express how the Cucco gets influenced by Link. So the thing is, when you throw a Cucco, it lands and stays where it is for a few hops, and then it starts running in the direction that the Cucco is looking, just before being influenced by where Link is. So after running a tiny bit in the direction where it's looking, it's going to go the opposite direction of where Link is, and this is what I represent on these drawings. So you see the first Cucco throw that goes down left, and then Link is running to the box. During that time, the Cucco receives the influence of the blue line and follows the right line because it's basically grinding against that wall. So you break the box and then target this wall, side hop, roll, and throw a nut upright. During this time, the Cucco that you first threw is being influenced to go very closely to the pan, while the one that you freed by breaking the box started by going straight down because you were at the box targeting the wall, and then you influenced him to grind against the wall so that you could nut it. After that, you go pick up that one, and and you're going to be basically influencing the Cucco that received the nut to go towards the stairs, while you go on the roof and prepare for the big fly. So you go to this pan and throw the Cuccos as up as you can in the stairs. It's important that they're very up, and then you throw a nut very up in the stairs. That's crucial, because the nut does not hit very much lower. So here you can see I did not enrage the third one, so I can go and grab it and then throw my 4 Cuccos in the pan. You roll to the next Cucco and try to set up a backwalk until the beginning of the stairs or such, and then you set up a long backwalk here. After that, you jump to the corner of the fence and throw straight left before you jump. During that little walk, you're basically influencing the Cucco you just threw. Here you throw to the left of the corner, slightly left of the corner, as you see in the drawing. And after that, you go reach for the ladder, get the Cucco that is far there. So that's the way you influence the Cucco that you throw straight left. So that's why he's going to go what we see as down right of the well. And then that's the way you influence the second one that you throw to the left corner, because you were going for the ladder and spending a lot of time there. After that, you want to fly aiming at like a little bit away from the middle of the construction house. Then you go get one, throw it, not both, get the last one, and then you want to aim so that your influence makes them go a little bit right. You see I'm going left here, that's not good. You want to influence them so that they cut to the right of the construction house. After that, you grab the bottle, and what I like to do to not talk to Andrew is pull out the stick as soon as I'm done with the bottle, and then I can start rolling to the well. Then you're going to Navi dive, so you just hold up after you climb, even if you have an angle with your camera. And when Link starts going down from the jump, then you press C down for the jump slash, interrupt it with C up, you can mash C up, and release up as soon as you jump slash. It's very easy, you have tons of frames. After that, you enter bottom of the well. In the very first room, you could do 1 or 2 rolls. If you do 2 rolls, then you have to hurry up for the second roll, so I just mash. And then go through the crawl space. After that, you're going to want to get closer to the crawl space, get a stick out, and then press A, and on next frame, press the nut. So this is gonna get you blank A. And then you want to turn 3 ESS left, which is this angle. So I'm going back just so you can see the other angles and get your own cues. So that's 4, that's 3. After that, you want to start backwalking, and when Link is off the platform, you backflip, then side hop right, and there turn left. Then it's going to be 4 side hops to the left, and you will be in position for doing 2 jump slash. The second one, you have to hurry up, because you don't want Link to get backward movement from the first jump slash. If you want to go fast, you don't want to press the nut too late, because you will go inside the crawl space and it's really slow. But what you could do is hold ESS during the nut animation, so you can get your angle really fast. You can also flick instead of going into the ESS left thingy. This one is really lenient. You can do a very bad flick like this one, and it will still work. So that's why some people choose this setup. It's because they can flick more easily. There's another setup that is faster if you don't want to flick. So you still get the 3 ESS angle. And then side hop, 2 backflips, turn left, and then it's the same. 4 side hops left. This one is more precise. I would not recommend flicking for that. After the clip, you're going to have to side hop left. You will land in the water like this if the side hop is kind of early. If the side hop is way too early, you will land in this room and you have no escapes. Your run is dead. If you do the side hop a little bit later but still in the window, you will land with Link being grounded. So what you can do is just jump slash and you will be in the water. If you side hop very too late, then you will just not reach the basement and you will void. So the idea is you want to side hop during the window that you have to side hop, which is really huge. And then just mash A in case. Now about the swimming part. So once you reach the water, what you can do is flick down so that Link stops. And then flick a little bit upper than left. You will get an angle that is very lenient. Don't worry too much about angles, they all work. After that, you're going to need to choose a moment to hold down right and then mash or don't mash. It's kind of superstition when you know how it works. What I do as a cue is I watch the right foot of Link and it's going to tap down, and when it's fully tapping down then I start swimming down right. After the clip I wait a little bit before swimming up so I can get into the room. Danny made a good video about how the clip works, and it's kind of superstition. Like, nothing will be completely reliable, I'm sorry, but it just, most of the time it works. As a fast strat, you could do, as soon as it clips, you hold up and mash the stick. Mashing the stick doesn't make you faster, but it's good timing. Once you get the bomb shoes, you're gonna want to equip the bottle. C right is a very good place to equip it, and then you save and quit. Then you want to go out of bottom of the well and swim up. Swim up on the left side because you're going to have to go left anyway. Now this is the path that you want to follow to go grab some bugs. As a tip, you can mash the bottle button, so for me it was C right. It will throw the rock, like just pick up the rock and then mash that one. When you get here, there's a cool camera manipulation. If you squeeze in a cool roll and do not bonk, and then you don't use Z, if you don't use Z, then you always get that little camera. You just have to walk up left a little bit. So it's a really cool thing to know if you try to set up a cool backwalk here. And then you're going to have to make your way to the castle. Cactus Castle is very important for Castle Before Night, so make sure you practice this. And it starts with those 3 rolls. You aim at an area that is huge, all the way here. All of that works. Then you're gonna side hop and hold up, and when Link starts running, you pull the stick. It's gonna skip the owl. After that, you roll up left, and you try to get this angle. So you aim at the end of the fence of the bridge. That's the angle you want for your back walk. And then when you see the ledges, you side hop once left, target the ledge and side hop again. And then it's 7 side hops left, and then you hold down. In the jump you hold left. And that makes it in the castle while grabbing 2 of the red rupees. So it's 40 bucks more you get. That's an example of just getting it. So this segment really deserves practice. This is how you convert Castle Before Night into a success. So just make sure you have it down. So you arrive in the castle during the day. This is going to make that the bazaar is open and you just need to open the door. But I will also show what to do if you arrive by night. So, let's say you're about 5 seconds slower, so I'm gonna wait 5 seconds here. And then you go. Get your angle and start your back walk. There's a good chance that the stout children are going to pop exactly at the moment that you try to target the ledge. In this case, just do not target the ledge and move yourself with ESS left. Sidewalking to the left also goes forward, so don't worry, you will stay close to the ledge. And then you can grab the rupees over there, which is also a good alternative. Like if you want to start off without doing the Zora River Red Rupee, you can get all 3 here if you arrive at night. Now let's see a good way to set up Bazaar Clip. It is to bonk very close to the box, then ESS fully to the right and press Z. Now go climb by using right, and then it's side hop, side roll. So the side hop is made using up, and then as soon as you press A to side roll, you hold up. The angle is quite lenient, so don't worry, you can flick it. And side hop, side roll, and hold up instantly after the roll gets you inside. There's also a super fast way to do Bazaar Clip in which like you just climb up the box and then do some diagonal roll in and then hold up. It's really fast, but it's also pretty complicated. Don't go for that. So now you want to make your way into Temple of Time. It's a little bit of movement, don't underestimate it. It's important to get clean movement. And it's going to be time for dot skip. So nothing crazy special in dot skip if you know how to do it. If you don't, I will explain. So for dot skip, you have to know what a down roll is and what a backward side hop is. So if you hold ESS down, Link will walk down like that. And if you press A, it's going to do what is called a down roll. And 12 frames after, Link becomes available again. It's on this frame. And as you see, Link is facing to the right. So if I tell him now down plus A, it's going to do a side hop towards the camera. So that's exactly what we want to do during dot skip. So this is what we call backward side hop. The other thing that you need to know that I'm going to use for this setup is a down roll can also be made out of a back walk if you flick up and press A. So you back walk, flick up and press A, and you get a down roll. So that's going to be useful for the setup. The setup starts with targeting this pole, then side hops, side roll, take the angle, and back walk. Then you wait for the stairs, and after the stairs you flick up an A and get the angle of that down roll. You're now in position in the corner and you can do backward side hop, which is going to clip into the door. That is the last frame that you can be holding Z or anything else basically. You have to release Z to get the next frame to look like this. This is the frame you want to press Z on. If you were buffering it, you would have to input Z during the unpause lag. After pressing Z, you have to wait at least 2 frames to hold left. And then the window is pretty big. You have like 6 frames. You just wait a little bit and then later on hold left and it's going to clip you fully through the door after a few hops. Like this, and then I recommend to side hop 3 times to the left. You will have the little cutscene, and then you can go and get the Master Sword by rolling left and then targeting. This is the end of the child section. The child section is something that is not easy to do fast. For me, it just took time, and it still takes me time to get better at. I would not worry too much if you're a beginner. If you are intermediate or advanced, then it's very important to get a fast child section. I think if you want a decent time, you want to be under 13 minutes, and very fast time would be very close to 12 minutes.